Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I am back at it again with some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 news and content here on the channel, as well as a Breakers game update in terms of a potential release date. Let's talk about this, because we got a lot to break down in this video. I'm going to keep it as condensed as possible. As always, I do want to say a big, massive shout-out to the homie, The Rechow, for actually putting this out there from a Steam Depot, or I guess the Steam DB website that actually showed it. We'll get into that after the Xenoverse 2 news, but it looks like the Dragon Ball game official page, at least the Japanese site in the page, compared to the European page, I mean, both of them don't do a very good job of keeping us updated in terms of what's really going on, like with events and stuff. So this actually started apparently on Wednesday, but because of time zones and everything, it's different for everyone. But the Kanton City Budokai Tenkaichi, whatever you want to call it, that tournament to unlock the free DLC character from DLC 11, aka free update Supreme Kaya Time, is being held right now. So go do it if you haven't already. If you're new to the game, this is a event that kind of comes back randomly. We don't know when they come back, but this is the only method of unlocking the Supreme Kaya Time. It is a free thing. You do need an online service, so technically it's not free, but you get the point. Again, it started on Wednesday the 11th and lasted it lasts usually only 2 days, so it's just weird that they're kind of just throwing this in the mix right now. But you should be able to do it. You should still be able to do it. I don't know exactly when it's going to end, just because of, like I said, different time zones and stuff. But if you haven't done it before, just to explain how it works, is you do 3 laps. Now, there are, like, I think 3 to 4, maybe even 5 missions that you do. So in each of those, like 3 to 5 missions that you do, that's 1 lap. Okay, that's 1 lap you do. And the first time you do it, you can unlock loading screen illustrations. I think it's kind of random on what you get. The second time around, you can get Supreme Kaya Time herself. Okay, so do it again, and then you get Supreme Kaya Time. There's no RNG with it or anything. You just get to straight up unlock her, which is great. Okay, and then this is where the RNG gets kind of annoying again with the 3rd lap. So you do it 3 times now, and you clear the customization technique of the King of Time to get Kaya Time. Okay, so that basically just means her skills, her moveset or whatever, which she's got a lot of really cool skills. Okay, she got like the hand clock thing and the freaking time space impact and all that shit. She's got cool skills. Okay, this is a very worth tournament. I personally think it's worth it. It's just when it gets to fighting Goku, whenever you get to Goku's part, he's the most difficult part, because it goes through all of his forms and you don't get healed. Like you don't regain your health after each form or whatever. So he goes from base, I think Super Saiyan 3, God, and then Blue, if I'm not mistaken. He does all the forms, so it gets a little bit difficult. But again, just a reminder that this is going on. Do it if you haven't already. I'm assuming most people have done it, but this is the current event that's taking place at the moment. So like I said, shout out to Reach Out for putting this information out here. Real quick, just to show you guys, I mean, here it is on the official site. Again, it's the day they put this up there on the 10th, but they didn't notify anybody, like at least on Twitter. Like you wouldn't know unless you win in game and you actually check the leaderboard or whatever, if that's even going on. So let's go over the Breakers information. Maybe this is what you guys were here for. So Dragon Ball The Breakers, the actual game itself, has gotten 0 info, updates, anything. Okay, they had I don't know, I had a couple people respond to a tweet that I did where I was just like, oh yeah, this is a game, they haven't said jack shit about it. Did they cancel it or whatever? And I was making jokes because there hasn't been anything. And a couple people responded to me saying like, oh, well, there was info during the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour that said that they were working on making it better. And I just kind of sat there and I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's great that they're, trying to make it better or make improvements, but that doesn't do anything for us, because visually I'd like to see progress. Okay, talking, just talk, that's not enough. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be a smart ass about it, but it's true. Like, if you guys are a consumer, just hearing somebody say, oh yeah, we're working on it, you know, it's like, yeah, obviously you have to be working on it. If you don't work on it, then nothing gets done. Like, that's obvious. Yeah, we know that this game is being worked on and being developed, and you know, they're trying, obviously their goal is to make it better, but until I visually see progress, there's my interest in this game is nowhere, okay? So if we scroll all the way down here, it did get a recent update about 3 hours ago, okay? And this is where things get a little bit interesting and kind of confusing. So if I scroll all the way down, yeah, we know, yeah, we know all this stuff, okay? Store API release date. May be wrong, most likely is wrong, but look at this. October 31st of this year, in about 6 months. Now, I sat there and I thought about it for a second. I was like, yo, that's actually a pretty good release date. Okay, obviously I know everybody goes, oh, that you should be coming out sooner and everything, and I do agree. I thought this game was gonna be releasing like a month, 2 months ago. I thought it was gonna be like spring of this year because they already gave us a closed beta to try out. I thought they were gonna do an open beta about a month later, 2 months later. They did that with Jump Force, they did that with Xenoverse 2, and they did that with Dragon Ball FighterZ. Okay, they always did that with these games that had an online service that you would play it in, which this game heavily, the whole game is online. You cannot play anything on this game. You need online for this game, okay? So that's why I feel like it's like this game is like, it's very yikes in terms of the interest in it, just because, like I said, there's no single player campaign, there's no story mode. It's just the online multiplayer game, which makes sense because that's what it's meant to be. It's supposed to be Dead by Daylight. And the reason why I think October 31st is a great date for it is because it's in line with Halloween. It releases on Halloween, which this game is all about the horror, escape aspect to it, because it is like Dead by Daylight. It's that asymmetrical, what is it, 7 versus 1 or whatever type of game, which the genre of it, and just like that, horror aspect of running away from, for example, Cell that's about to suck you hard, like that would be a great date for it. Now, again, I'm not going to confirm anything until it comes straight from Bandai or Dimps. I mean, Dimps never says shit. So the publishing team, at least Bandai would put out a date. So we're not gonna say that this is 100% the date yet. But it was updated about 3 days ago, and this could potentially be the planned release of October 31st, a Halloween release date. Which, again, that's a very, very long time from now. 6 months. Now, with how promotional material has gone, I think that's the best, because if they drop, for, let's just say an example, they drop this game next month or like in July or whatever, like they would have to go so hard on promotion, but they haven't said shit about it. They haven't said jack shit. Like we don't even know anything. Now, there were some leaks going around, and none of this is confirmed. This could just be leftover files, but Goku Black and Broly were found in the files, okay? Now, I think these are characters that are really, really popular and would be great for raiders, okay? Broly, I don't know if it would be DBS Broly or DBZ Broly. DBZ Broly makes more sense. Now, I don't know if they're going for only movie characters, only canon characters. I don't know about that. And it could just be the 3 characters on the front of Dragon Ball The Breakers or whatever. It could just only be those as the raiders. I mean, this doesn't show it here, but I think it shows it right here. You can see Cell, Kid Buu, and Frieza, okay, as they progress through. We know for a fact that at least those 3 characters are 100% confirmed to be raiders, just because they're on the front cover. There was a Kid Buu icon that was found in the actual files itself. So I would very much like, this would really help with sales and stuff for that newer generation of people that got into Dragon Ball Super, and they have at least Goku Black. He's perfect for a raider. He's perfect. Like, he snuffs out motherfuckers. He's basically like like Cell in a way. He's going around just randomly killing people just to kill people. For his world domination shit. Cell, on the other hand, he's got a cooler aspect just because he's absorbing you know, characters to get more powerful, to get stronger, okay? In a sense, killing characters doesn't... Getting hurt and getting the Zenkai is good for Goku Black, okay? That's what he wants. But, yeah, same with Broly. He's a bloodthirsty motherfucker that just kills people just to kill people. He literally is just pure evil, okay? Another good Raider would be Janemba. You know, the Raider characters are probably are definitely the most fun because they're powerful. They're characters that we recognize, you're familiar with. The character that you always play as, they're just, you know, cacks. You're just custom characters, which is cool and all, but it's just like more people are interested in being the Raider than the survivors, okay? So, again, I don't know if this is going to happen. I sure do hope so, and I sure do hope that we get more updates because right now at this current moment in time, we've only been able to see and play as Cell in his 4 forms because it starts out in Larva, first form, semi-perfect, and then perfect, and that's it. So, yeah, that's not a lot to go on in terms of the Raiders and stuff, and it's like this game is basically done in terms of like the core game. I don't think there's going to be any other changes to it other than just an expansion on characters and customization, and that's it. Like, there's nothing else. So it's like, that's a long release date. And keep in mind, once again, this might look real to you, but it's not. I made this thumbnail, okay? I used Xenoverse 2 models with a different type of shader to make it look exactly like the Breakers. Because that's what the Breakers is. It's just Xenoverse 2 models. So there's no excuse. There's nothing new that they're making in this game in terms of like the core foundation. It's just Xenoverse 2 being imported and retextured, which modders do easily. They've done that for years. So there's nothing special about the models in this game or anything. There's not a lot of effort that needs to be done. So it's like that. If that is truly the release date of October 31st, damn, what are they doing? Like, there must be some major big things. I'm not a developer, so I have no room to talk, but as a consumer, somebody who has played all these games for several years, like I said, it's obvious that this game doesn't have that much effort put into it compared to, like, for example, Dragon Ball FighterZ and Kakarot. Those had completely brand new, you know, it was built from the ground up. Like, everything was new in that. You know, models, story, cutscenes, like, everything was new. So, seeing this game, how there's no campaign, no story mode, it's just a 1-on-7 online asymmetrical action game, and that's it, and it just reuses. Like, this, I've said it a million times, but this is not a main series game that they are going to be pushing for. This is like, hey, let's throw out some bait and let's see what people, if it catches people. And it might. I'll play it when it releases, but I'm just saying, I know a lot of people's interest in this game is bye-bye. So that's going to be it for the news. Again, do Supreme Kai Time event if you haven't already. Unlock all the good shit, and I'll keep you updated on the Breakers to see if this is really the release date. Because, again, like I said, this release date would be good because it's on Halloween. It's good for that, you know, Halloween horror time or whatever. But I'm just saying it makes sense, all right? All right, I'll see you in the next one. Y'all stay safe. Peace out and take care.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.